For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. From the capital city of the United States of America, Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
What's up, peeps? It's your boy Uncle Drums. Another special one today. Right now, we're in the location. Let's talk to the man. How you doing, champ?
What's good, Uncle Drums? You good?
I'm good, man. Pleasure.
Feeling good. It's Monday morning. I'm feeling great, man.
All right, pleasure to be here, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Everything good though, yeah?
Thank you so much.
All right. So let's jump in, yeah, because we got to talk about this exclusive joint we got right here. Can you let the people know where we're at right now?
We're on number 2 London Bridge Street, right underneath the Shard.
Straight. And what's going on right there?
My second location here, Champ's Barbers. Just thought I'd come this side of town. Realised that there's really no one fading this side of town and that, and I just looked at the buildings and I saw a lot of young guys walking around in suits and stuff that need a fading. So I thought, let's do it, man. So that's why I'm here. All
right, champ. So let's talk about your name, yeah. How did you get that name, sir?
So the name comes from my history with the boxing and that. I've boxed from a kid, and I've always been boxing mad. You know, I've been collecting boxing memorabilia from when I was a kid. My granddad boxed, my dad boxed. I boxed as a kid, played a lot of football and then went back to boxing. When I finally got the chance to open up my shop, I had somewhere to put all my boxing memorabilia I collected over the years. And then, it started, and I went back to fighting to promote the shop. Jeez. And then, everyone just, that's where the name came. Everyone's like calling me Champ. Now everybody calls me Champ. Sometimes I forget my own name.
All right, so we're in London Bridge right now, yeah? But you've got another shop right now, yeah? A bigger shop.
Bigger shop.
You want to tell us about that?
7 years ago, I started off on Riding House Street, which is just off of Oxford Street, between just behind Nike Town, kind of, and just by the BBC Centre. I started off there 7 years ago in a small shop like this, and grew that, and now we have a 2-floor shop on the same street. Again, Champ's Barbers, first one. 9 chairs blasting away, loads of barbers over there. Kind of place where it's crazy and all kinds of celebrities come through and that. Yeah, crazy place.
So what made you come up with the blueprint for that one? Because you know that's like exclusive right now. I ain't seen nothing like that. What made you come with that?
Well, just from the experience of being in Riding House Street, being in an area where not too much of our culture going on, I thought I needed to do something that would stand out. So same thing happened here. Very corporate world around here, around the Shard, around the hospital, around the news building, everyone's walking around, but there is also a lot of media going on. So I thought I'd come with something that would stand out and would really shout that it's our culture in here, and that, it's a place for us.
Okay, so the one in Oxford Street now, yeah? The shop in Oxford Street. What type of personalities you had going in there?
Well, the beauty of it is that all kinds of people go through. So it's not just the one type of people go through. There's all type of people, and we've had anything from actors to DJs, footballers, world champions, film directors, politicians. Everybody's come through Champ's Barbers. It's crazy.
Everybody's a champion.
Everybody's a champion. Everyone walks in a contender, then leaves a champion, bro.
All right, so can you tell the people how long have you been barbering for, champ?
I've been a barber for about 27 years now. Yeah, about 27 years.
And have you only cut in England, or you cut all around the world?
No, I've cut all over the world actually. I've had the pleasure of cutting all over America. I've cut all over Europe. I've cut in South America, in Colombia. Also, I do barber battles. So I've had the pleasure of doing that everywhere. Also, everywhere I go, I've done barber battles.
Can you just explain that? Because I've never even heard of that one.
Right, so it started. Well, it's really an American thing. I thought I'd cross it over here, and that there was no one doing it here properly, so I brought it over here. First time I did it at the O2, and yeah, I've done ones with 34 chairs, and I've done ones with like only 4 chairs.
Wow.
And it's crazy. We've got different categories. Best Afro cut or best fast fade, all kinds of things. So, you know. Oh yeah, so I've done barber battles in Russia, Barcelona, Amsterdam, Glasgow, Colombia, New York. I've been everywhere with it. So, and I do it in other people's hair shows also. So I've not just done my own shows. I've done it inside of other people's shows.
So it's global, right?
Yeah, global.
Excellent. All right, so champ, for people that want to be a barber, because there's loads of people that look and think, well, I'd love to do that, and you know, there's not much going on right now for barbers right now teaching each other, but you do that. Yeah, can you tell us what type of skills you use to teach people how to barber?
Well, for anyone that wants to become a barber, I would say just know that you need to know that you're going to be standing up for the rest of your life. It looks cool. We are cool. I believe that God sent us barbers to be that person that just. We are cool, but we are cool for our people, which is the most important thing. And just remember that it's not about yourself being a barber, that it's about you serving people. If a person that wants to be a barber has that in them, then the rest is teachable. Which, like you say, right now, barbers are teaching each other, and we've done that also. We've done classes all over the world also. But it's a good time to be a barber. And just know that it's not easy. It looks good, looks cool. It takes a long time to make it look easy.
Okay. So, what I'd like to ask you is, I always figured in my head, that people that are barbers are actually artists and know how to draw and arts and all that. Is that actually true? Because I don't know how some of you lot come with these designs.
Alright then, so I used to think the same thing, right? But I can't draw for nothing.
Are you serious?
I can't draw, right? But I can copy.
Okay.
So as in this is a thing. If you're creative, you're creative enough, an artist that can come up with something. Yeah, I can't actually do that. But if you show me a picture of it, I'll try and do it, and I can probably do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So not every barber can draw, but remember that every barber is a sculptor. Because we sculpt hair.
True, very true.
We can't. We take away. We chip away at hair until we get what we want.
That's right.
But that's how it is.
That's right. Till you get the final cut.
Till you get a final cut.
All right. So you now, champs, right? You've been doing this for how much years? You know, you've done your battles. You're teaching people. What can people expect when it comes to getting in the ring with you?
I would say the most important thing is experience. You know, with all that said and done, experience.
Yeah. All right. And for the people that are trying and maybe not got the craft right yet, might have done a couple bodge jobs or whatever, what can you say to those people? Because I think it's all about confidence.
I think everyone needs to know that, like, everyone started somewhere. I started the same way. I've bodged up haircuts. You know, I've had people even complain even to this day. You know, everyone is human.
Yeah.
Someone, you know, might have caught me on a day where I've got to go and do a shoot somewhere else, and I've had to do it maybe rushed. And I've had, to this day, I've had someone say to me, you know, that, oh, too high or too low. But we're all human.
That's right.
And just know that if you want to be a barber, it's not gonna happen overnight. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of first off bodge jobs, like you said. But you only get better day by day, trying harder and harder, trying to be better than you was yesterday. And just keep trying, man. It's only one way.
Okay, would you say that your barbers right now, the one in Oxford Street and the one here, would you say that you're working your way on to a franchise?
Yeah, I'm working on actually a franchise model as we speak. I've got one of my first barbers that worked with me 7 years ago that is going to be, God willing, the first franchisee owner of a Champs Barbers. So yeah, the possibilities are there. I've had interest from places around the world that want to invest and also be a part of Champs Barbers and the chain. So yeah, you know, just trying to, like you say, bring something new to the game, something fresh, and just how I started doing in this 27 years ago was trying to look after my people.
That's right.
I started off in my mum's bedroom, looking after my 6 closest friends. You know, just on a housing estate, you know, 6 young kids, and I just keep that to this day. That whoever walks in through my door, look after them the same way I looked after them back then. Look after everybody the same way, and that's part of the experience of coming to Champs.
Trust me. All right, Champs. Now we're gonna get onto the sweet part now, yeah?
But
Can you name some of the celebrities that you've cut?
yeah, sure. Well, I was at the pleasure of having been to Moscow and to around Russia with the Colombia squad. I've had John Barnes at the shop. I've had T.O. Jackson, Michael Jackson's brother, which was probably the first person that came looking and said, "I want Champ to cut my hair." Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, CeeLo Green, Paulie Malignaggi, Ricky Hatton, Prince Nassim.
Prince Nazim.
Yeah. And you know the haircuts was on point because even Spike Lee came to the joint.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
Yes, the Godfather.
The Godfather was, yeah.
All right, so who else you got on your hit list right now as celebrities? Who do you ever look at and think
to be honest, you know what, I've always ever wanted to cut Will Smith, and I was this close to cutting him.
Seriously?
Yeah, unfortunately, I was a part of the roll call for one of his movies, and I cut absolutely everyone. Jake Lattimore, all the other guys in the cast, and then his PA came down to ask who I had cut, and I gave the list just like I just did now. And by the time I finished up with the people, and I thought, right, now I'm gonna get to go and cut, they told me he's got to go to a next interview and a press junket, and it was just like, oh man. But I know I was this close, I was in the same building and everything. So, but it will come, you know. I'm lucky enough to cut people at Vogue. I cut the editor of Vogue, the models of Vogue. Those experiences for me are life-changing. As a barber, you know, never thought that as a barber I'll ever be invited to any place like that. Now I can say that my haircuts and my work is featured in magazines, and you know, and I get the credit for it. I get the credits where my barbershop name will come out in a magazine like Vogue. That's amazing for me. You know, Council Estate Boy.
Trust me.
Made it out.
Trust me.
And, you know.
One thing I can say I admire about you though, Champ, yeah?
Thank you, bro.
You know, you've been around the world, you've met a lot of people, you've done a lot of things, yeah? But your humbleness, it shines, trust me, bro.
Thank you.
Because I know a lot of people that maybe ain't done a quarter, but you know, it's different levels. But you, when it comes to your humbleness, so how do you keep yourself humble, or are you just born like that?
No man, that's something that you have to sometimes realize in life. I wasn't always, when I used to fight, I had a big ego. You know, when you fight, when you train, you're a boxer and stuff like that, you have to have that confidence, that self-confidence. And so at times I wasn't the best of, let's say, human beings, you know what I mean? It grew an ego that didn't suit me. Yeah. And I also learned to recognize over life, with time, you recognize that when I hanged up the gloves and that, I realized that I didn't really enjoy being the person that I was sometimes when I was preparing to fight someone. So I learned to from going from one person to changing to that, I realised that, you know what, it's better to be nice and humble. You don't know where you're going, where you'll be tomorrow. And if you're always nice to people, people always remember who was nice to them yesterday. So that's kind of like my formula. And yeah, man, like it's a big part of what it is to come to champs. I don't let anyone work with me that is, you know, too conceited or too big-headed and that, like that. And from my experiences of working with some of the top people in industries, that's what I've realised, that the bigger the names, the more humble they were with me. And that's another thing that always kept it. I always realise it quick. The bigger the building I'm in, the bigger the hotel I've been in, you know, the bigger the venue that I've been in, the top people that are signing away the top checks and stuff, they're the most humble people. And that's all. I think that's part of it, you know. It's got to be a part of your. It's got to be a part of your makeup.
Great stuff, great stuff. All right, let's wrap it now, bro. Because we've had a good time with you today. Last words, yeah? Last words for the people. Where can they find you, and what do you want people to know about the champ himself?
Find me either at 17 Riding Street, that's in W1, or at number 2 here, number 2 London Bridge Street, right underneath the Shard. That's a SE1. Just know that when you come to see us, number 1 service, number 1 haircut, and number 1 experience. It's not just the haircut. Anyone can cut hair, but it's about the experience that you enjoy when you come to see us. Thanks for coming to see us.
Oh, man.
See you soon.
Thank you for your time, champ, man.
Thank you, Uncle.
All right, man. We're out. Peace.